and sisters. My name is Michael Damian Green, although many of you already know me as Greenie from the Coalition. These are my words. Look around you. The sky is dark, casting a long shadow over these lands. And the air is thick with paranoia and whispers that hope is a word that no longer belongs in our vocabulary. We have seen camps burned, and we have buried friends whose faces we saw smiling only yesterday. And we have heard the hollow words of those who worship despair and suffering. And sometimes the night feels endless. Yet even here, hope rises. For years, I have walked these lands with you. Many of you know of my past and my pain and my struggles. I have felt the anxiety in every silence and that quiet dread when an unfamiliar footstep echoes nearby. I know how suspicion coils in the gut and how easy it is to believe that no one beyond your own circle can be spared your fear. These days are dark and uncertain. The world has pushed us all into corners, telling us that to reach out is to risk being destroyed. But in spite of it, hope rises. Remember the histories and the trials faced by survivors in years past. Trials very much like those we face today. They say history repeats itself. Remember then how rivals put aside their differences and shook hands, how they traded information without price, how they banded together under the banner of unity, recognizing that the threat of their time, the same threat we face again today, was greater than any they had ever faced before. In those significant, defiant gestures, something great was stirred. It spoke without words, but the message was clear. We are not here merely to survive. We are here to live. And with that statement, hope rises. I have walked these lands, and I have seen hope rise in the quiet bravery of the lookout who keeps watch over the community camp, long after his friends have gone to sleep, because he refuses to leave his post until relief arrives, so he knows the people he loves will be safe. I have seen it in the doctor who tears her only clean rag in half, so that 2 wounds, not one, can be healed. I have seen it in the stranger who, though still hungry, insists that the last piece of food go to the man whose stomach still growls with hunger. Each act by itself seems tiny, a droplet in a puddle. Yet together they create a stream, and from a stream, a mighty river. And with every droplet, hope rises. What the cult of Papa fears most is not our weapons, our walls, or our resources. Those things mean nothing to them. What they fear most is the unbreakable, ringing song of hope. That when even one person stands up to darkness, that 2 more may find the courage to stand beside them. And from those 3, more come and form a fortress that no darkness can penetrate. That is why their whispers of doom chase us. That is why lies of division hang in the air. They fear a land united against them. They fear our hope. And every time we choose to believe in each other, every time we refuse the easy slide into cruelty and distrust, their voice grows thinner. They recede, and hope rises. Now, my friends, Do not mistake hope for naivety. We know all too well what lurks out there in the wild and in the streets of our towns. We know the stakes. We know the potential cost of every mile we tread, every meeting under cover of darkness, and every life that's put in danger for the cause. Hope is not ignorance of the odds against us. Hope is the decision that the enemy will not dictate terms to us. Hope grips a rifle in defense of a rival turned ally. Hope fastens the hasty splint on a shattered leg in the dark and still looks east to watch for the rising sun. And on that horizon, hope rises. So, my friends, tonight, when you light your fires and you take your watch, carry this truth with you. We can be the storm that washes the cult blight from these lands. We can be the joyful song that drowns out the lamentations of suffering. Together, we can be builders of something worthy of the blood already spent and the lives already lost. Because united, vigilant, and alive for one another, hope rises. I will leave you tonight with a quote from Joseph Kirch, a great man who walked these lands many years ago. I believe that we small people can win. The gentle people, the kind people. I believe that our love is stronger than their hatred. Our hope is stronger than their fear. I believe that we can and will stand tall together again in the sun. And as long as we have hope, as long as we do not give up, as long as we believe, the darkness will always be burned back by the light. Join me tonight in believing in hope. Good night, my friends, and stay safe.